What I gave you is a pamphlet on Dr. Seuss, because I know that this week you guys have been doing Dr. Seuss, right? So what did you read on Monday? What about yesterday?
Crazy socks.
Raise your hand, please.
So, the biography, did anyone know that Dr. Seuss isn't really his name?
It's Theodore Seuss.
Yes, and Seuss is actually his middle name. So, he was born on March 2nd, 1904 in Springfield, Massachusetts, and he attended a university called Dartmouth, where he graduated from. But Dr. Seuss isn't really a doctor, because when he was going to get his doctorate, which is a degree, he dropped out because he met his wife and he wanted to travel around Europe. And then during his early years, he got into writing books because he was a cartoonist for newspapers and magazines. And then he got into children's literature by getting asked to illustrate a collection of children's books. And then the book that I'm actually going to read you today was his first book, and it actually got rejected 27 times. Yeah, he's a little older. He didn't have that back then. Okay, so what was this story about? Yes, about a little boy running a zoo. What else? What would he do if he ran the zoo? A few changes. What kind of changes? Yes, a lot of different animals. Would you be amazed if you went to a zoo and saw those different animals? Yes. Yeah, they were very different, to say the least. So, we're going to read one more story. No, it's actually not the cat man. You guys back up a little?
No, that one's my boat. Yes, it is.
That girl, can you back up to the end of the carpet? And keep scooping back so you can see it. Okay. So,
You can sit.
the book that we're going to read next, can you guess who it's by?
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. And the book is called And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street.
Oh, I got that book.
You have that book? Can anyone tell me what they think it's going to be about? Can't.
Well, this kid imagines this stuff on Mulberry Street.
Good, yes. Anyone else?
He's trying to get home.
Okay. Anybody else? Any other
He
predictions?
sees crazy things.
That's a good guess. Anyone else want to predict something? No? Okay. So I guess we'll see whose prediction is right.
Why are you putting no book on
This is how the book came in the library. And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street by Dr. Seuss. And then this is the first book that he wrote that I was talking about that got rejected 27 times.
First book that he ever read?
Yes, this is the first children's book that he wrote.
I got that.
All right. When I leave home to walk to school, Dad always says to me, Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see. But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and sternly says, your eyesight's much too keen. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Stop turning minnows into whales. What's a minnow?
A little tiny fish.
A little tiny fish. And what's a whale? Huge fish, yes. So what do you think he's doing? Turning minnows into whales.
He's making the lions big problem.
Good job, Blake. Now, what can I say when I get home today? All the long way to school and all the way back, I've looked and I've looked and I've kept careful track. But all that I've noticed, except my own feet, was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street. This looks pretty normal right now, right? This horse. That's nothing to tell of that won't do, of course, just a broken down wagon that's drawn by a horse. That can't be my story, that's only a start. I'll say that a zebra was pulling that cart, and that is a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Do you think that it's normal to see a zebra pulling a wagon on Mulberry Street?
It's not normal if it's Mulberry Street.
It's not normal to see a horse pulling one either.
Yeah,
it is.
Maybe back then.
Oh.
Yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame. Such a marvelous beast with a cart that's so tame. The story would really be better to hear if the driver I saw were a charioteer. So I know that y'all have been doing theme in reading, right? Okay, so can someone tell me what a theme is? Camp?
I think that the person learns some stories that in a real world lesson.
Good job. Great, Camp. Could someone give me an example? Chloe. Fantastic. Anyone else? Camp?
Treat others the way you want to be treated.
Great. Any other examples? Yvonne?
They'll take something that's not yours.
Yes. Jenkins? Do you have an example of theme?
It's like the main, the message you get out of the book.
Yeah, do you have an example of something? Maybe from Sandlot? What was one of those?
Don't lie.
Good, don't lie. Okay, so I have two worksheets right here. And one, the title is for If I Ran the Zoo. And you're gonna write the characters, setting, the problem of the book, the solution, and the theme. And then for this one is, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street, and you're gonna do the same thing. But I'm gonna pass these out randomly. So you don't know which one you're gonna get, so you're gonna get either one. And then you're gonna work on it independently, and I'm gonna give you about 10 minutes. Does anyone have any questions? Does anyone have any questions about the character setting, problem, or solution?
There wasn't really a problem with the zoo.
Well, just try to think and see if you could come up with one. There might be one if you just think about it a little. Yes, Myra.
What if you forgot the character's name?
If you forgot the character's name, because I know if I ran the zoo, there was a lot of funky characters. You could just talk about what the animals, some of the animals you might look like, or you could say it was the little boy. But we're gonna, also when we're finished, we're gonna talk with someone who has the same one, so maybe they'll remember if you couldn't. So just try to think about it.
I said imagine what you can do.
Tell them why, what comes around. The book that we're first going to talk about is If I Ran the Zoo. So the first one is characters. So if you have the characters, raise your hand. Avon.
Animals, blue, and
Does anyone remember what the boy's name was? John.
Nick Jeffrey.
Yeah, I know this.
I thought it was Maverick. Okay. I think it was Maverick. The boy's name was Maverick. Okay, so what would the setting be? Where else did they go? John?
Around the world in his imagination. And
Yes.
the animals.
Good. Yes, he definitely used his imagination and went to different places to find the different types of animals. Problem. Does anyone know what the problem might be? Smart.
Wanted more attractions to the zoo.
Jared. Yes. Good.
Let's go high.
Jacob.
I was thinking we didn't have enough animals because he was in his imagination. He was searching around the world for more animals.
Yeah, that could be one. He didn't. When he was at the zoo, he wasn't too impressed with what they had, so it made him want more. So.
You can always get what you want.
Any other problems? What was his solution? Jenkins.
Told how he would run it.
Good. John?
He imagined that he could make more attractions or be a zookeeper.
Yes, with different types of animals. So that, again, he used his imagination. Any other solutions? What about you, Kaden? Do you have a solution? Do you have one, Jarrett? No.
Solution. He in his imagination he went to other countries to get animals.
Yeah, that could be a solution. And then what about theme? What do you think the overall theme of this book was? Samira?
Sometimes your imagination can be helpful.
Yes. Chloe. That is a good one. You can't always get what you want. Sometimes things are the way they are and you can't change it. What about someone from Mulberry Street? Camp? What do you think a theme would be?
Enjoy your imagination.
Yes, enjoy your imagination, Freddie.
Don't lie.
No, for the if I were in the zoo.
You said Mulberry Street.
Yes, but I was wanting someone from Mulberry Street to tell us what you thought the theme was for if I were in the zoo. Sorry, I should have been more clear. Yes, definitely.
Don't take what is not good.
That could be one too because he was taking
Your idea.
animals and things from other places. Even though they were not real, but he was still doing that. And he was, yes, exactly, he was taking the job. John?
Imagine what you can't do.
Yes, definitely. And then it kind of goes with trust your instincts. Trust your, does anyone know what instinct means? Kind of trust what you feel. Yeah, and your voice inside of your head. Always trust it.
I think that they're probably gonna let shut down like the zoo because they like go down to pass laws about animal cruelty and now you and now you can't like have like animals at the circus or anything.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. 'Cause they're starting to pass laws.
Yeah, sometimes they don't treat them right though, but other places, a lot of places do. So now we're gonna do Mulberry Street. So, what is the characters? Okay. Okay, Cam?
Marco.
Sorry, what?
Marco.
Marco, yes.
I don't think he's there.
I mean, sorry, Ava. I'm sorry, Ava. Yes, all of those. So then we got the boy Marco, and we have his dad, all the animals that he chose, the police officers,
The elephant maid.
the mayor, and other officials. Okay, so what would the setting be?
Mulberry Street.
Yes, because most of this happened on Mulberry Street, right? What he was thinking of, he was saying that he saw this all on Mulberry Street.
Wasn't there also Bliss Street?
Yes. Because where did the problem come in the story?
Mulberry Street.
Where was the problem? When he was like, oh no. Yes, because Mulberry Street intersected with Bliss Street, and there was going to be this big commotion. So Mulberry Street and Bliss Street. So what would be the problem? Addison. He didn't. Yeah, he did. He never saw anything exciting when he walked to school. What else? Ava?
He was living in a fantasy world. He was imagining.
Yeah, he was kind of.
He was kind of telling a lie.
Yeah, he was lying. Anything else? And how about, like I said, one of the big problems was when they were going on Mulberry Street and the boy Marco was like, oh no, we're gonna run into Bliss Street, and there was gonna be that big commotion, and then that's when all the other characters came in. Couldn't that be a problem too?
Yes.
What would be the solution?
Ooh.
Addison?
He lied and said that he found all of his tricks and stuff. Like that was his solution because he didn't have anything, so he lied.
Yeah, that could be a solution to then he never saw anything exciting.
I thought he told the truth at the end.
But for this problem, he never saw anything exciting because that was kind of a problem for him. He wanted to have his walks be more eventful. Instead of he lied, we could say he used his imagination. That could have been a solution. Chloe, what was yours?
My solution?
Yes.
He told the truth.
He told the truth because remember the dad was saying how not to lie and say what you really saw. So instead of at the end telling the father what he imagined, he told the truth and said that he only saw the carriage and the horse. So truth. Anything else? Camp?
My solution was he made the wagon better by imaginating to become something more exciting.
Yes. Good. He used his imagination. So what was the overall theme? Addison?
Not everything is exciting.
Yeah. Not everything is as exciting as you want it to be. Camp?
I put enjoy your imagination.
Yes, enjoy your imagination because this is another book where he kind of made it more fun in his imagination. And Jacob?
Not everything's perfect.
Not everything is perfect. Good. That kind of goes with Addison's. Anything else?
I put don't like lie.
Yeah, that could be a theme too because that's real life and you shouldn't lie to get by on things. You need to tell the truth sometimes.
Lying
Most
just
of the
makes
time.
it worse.
Yes. Telling the truth is the best policy. Anything else? Good job, guys.